It's one of the most divisive times in the country. Everybody's arguing, everybody's got an opinion. Talking about Madden ratings now in the locker room.
It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room.
Happens every year. Every year the Madden ratings come out, and every year people argue. Players get upset, fans get upset, debate gets embraced. I think it's one of the best times of the year. I think it's one of the most it's one of those benchmarks in the NFL offseason that symbolizes many things. First of all, it symbolizes that football is back. It symbolizes that the best sports game in the history of ever, Madden, is coming out. And it means that a lot of players are going to be upset with what their ratings are. I want to dive into these Texans ratings because there is some interesting stuff that sticks out here, and there is valid reason for some of these guys to be upset. Now, before we get into that, I want to answer the question, do Madden ratings matter? I think the answer is yes. I just laid it out for you. The players care. It's fun. It's symbolic. Now, if you're one of these people who is an absolutist and it's, well, it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything on the field, then don't look at rankings at all. Don't look at rankings in college. Don't look at anything. Hell, you can almost make a case you don't even need to look at standings if you're that type of absolutist. But I think the Madden ratings matter. I think Madden has added to the popularity of the NFL along with fantasy football. So I definitely think that it matters. Now, how deep is it? It's really not that deep, but we're about to dive deep into these Madden ratings, starting with the quarterback position. It is the locker room, by the way. Be sure to subscribe, like, right along. We're embracing the Madden ratings. Let's start with the quarterback, CJ Stroud, 81 overall, 15th ranked quarterback in Madden. Let's take a closer look at this. So you have Patrick Mahomes ahead of CJ Stroud. Okay, that's fine. Lamar Jackson, okay, that's fine. Joe Burrow, that's fine. Josh Allen, that's fine. Dak Prescott, okay, that's fine. Tua, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, okay, I can hear you out on that. Multiple years of success. I can hear you out on that. Now we're getting a little bit crazy. This is where we get a little bit crazy. Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers at 40 coming off an Achilles. Matt Stafford, who CJ Stroud loves. Goff, love. And then you see CJ right there at 15. I would have him a little higher up. Maybe they just want to see a little bit more from CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud, 81 overall, QB 15. Do you think that's valid or not? That was one of the more polarizing things that hit the internet when it came to the Madden ratings. All right, now let's go down to the running back position. And this one actually went the opposite way. This one was a little bit surprising based on how high it was. This was Joe Mixon coming in at 91 overall. Joe Mixon, 91 overall. That makes him RB5 and the second highest rated Texans skill position player. Here is Joe Mixon coming in at 91. McCaffrey, Chubb, and they're just completely dismissing the fact that Chubb got hurt last year. Derrick Henry still a 94. Saquon Barkley, 92. Joe Mixon, 91. Then we got Etienne, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Taylor ranked behind Joe Mixon. I like Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon can be an upgrade over Devin Singletary, but I think this is a little much. I don't know who did these, who controls the running back ratings, but this is a little bit crazy to me, just completely ignoring the injury. Embrace the debate. Now we go to the wide receivers. It's believed to be a massive position of strength when it comes to the Houston Texans. At wide receiver, you got Stephon Diggs at 92 overall. Then you got Nico Collins, 83 overall. Diggs is wide receiver 8. Nico Collins is wide receiver 34. And you have Tank Dell at wide receiver 45. So the Texans have three of the top 45 receivers in the NFL. Stephon Diggs still getting that respect. Tank Dell, Nico Collins. I would say Nico at 83 is fine. I know it's a polarizing thing. A lot of people think Nico Collins is a wide receiver 1 after the one good season. I have to see a little bit more. 83, okay. Tank Dell, 81. I think that can go up. I just don't think they saw enough from him. Dalton Schultz, continuing with the skill position, guys. 84 overall. He is the 9th overall tight end, which give or take a couple of spots back. I think that's in a decent range for Dalton Schultz. Then you have Laramie Tunsil. Let's go to the offensive line. 94 overall, left tackle 3. I'm not one of these people that pretends to know a lot about left tackle play. Every time Laramie Tunsil gets left off an all-pro team, you have people saying it's a travesty. I don't know. I watch the Texans offensive line every snap. I peek in on some of the elite left tackles whenever they're playing, but I don't pretend to be an expert. But LT3, I don't think too many people have an issue with that. Then you have Shaq Mason at 86. And the reason I mention this is because based on those ratings, and this is where we embrace debate, CJ Stroud has the 7th highest rating on the Texans offense when it comes to Madden ratings. So on the offense, CJ Stroud, face of the franchise. CJ Stroud, is he elite? CJ Stroud, Pro Bowler, 7th highest rating on the Texans offense. That doesn't seem right to me. But again, ain't that serious. Now we go to defense. Derek Stingley, he's 88 overall. He is the 16th best corner. I think that's fair. He's got to stay on the field. He stays on the field the whole time, and he plays like he did last season. That gets boosted, and I believe these get boosted in season. I'm not as big of a Madden player as I used to be. And then on the edge, you believe the Texans are going to be pretty elite on the edge, especially with the addition of Danielle Hunter, the addition of Waite for Will Anderson, and Will Anderson coming off the season that he did. You have Will Anderson, 83 overall. He's right defensive end number 10. That's about right. That's going to go up. I think that's inevitable. And then Danielle Hunter, 88 overall. He is right defensive end 7. I would say that's accurate. The most amusing thing, and we have a boycott. There has been a boycott. If it were the old days, the Madden creators might get an angry letter. But Titus Howard, 71 overall. He's actually ranked below rookie tackle Blake Fisher. So there you go. CJ Stroud, 7th best Madden rating for the Texans, the 15th best quarterback. Joe Mixon, the 5th best running back. Stephon Diggs, number 8 at receivers. And then you have Nico Collins and Tank Dell, 34-45. Laramie Tunsil, 3rd best left tackle. Some craziness on the offensive line. And then you have 2 top 10 defensive ends. Derek Stingley at 16 at corner. And a lot of chatter, a lot of discussion, a lot of fun. Embrace debate. What do you think of the Texans Madden ratings? Do Madden ratings matter? Be sure to subscribe, like, right along. Always remember, when it comes to this Texans stuff, Madden ratings or not, we're all in it together. Thanks for coming through.
Texas talk, yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source.